Welcome to another episode of the Edj Whitetails. An apology, a public apology. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Edj Whitetails. Thanks so much for tuning in. We have a public apology. That's right, I said it. We have had nothing but audio issues through basically our first three hunts. I think even the one in the blind sounded absolutely terrible, and I think we've got it hammered out now. The receiver that I plug into my phone. A lot of this is filmed with my phone. Not all of it, but a lot of it is. The GoPro and stuff, that's coming, and that's got its own speaker. But the little receiver that I plug into the phone, it had a little wiggle to it, and I found out that it was broken, and it had a loose wire in there. So, brand new receiver. Played around some more with the microphone. Realized that putting it right here or even down here, it wants to rub against clothes, whatnot. So for the time being, you're going to see it right here. And it might look a little goofy, but I've got it on the opposite side of what we would shoot. Delana will wear it there too. And right here, it's got nothing to rub against. When I do have to start wearing stocking caps, I think I'll just go over top of the hat. That way this still has an area and it won't rub against anything. And I think maybe, just maybe, hopefully you can hear that because that's how we'll talk in the woods. Just maybe, we might have this audio situation hammered out. So, with all that being said, that's our public apology. We apologize for the audio. That's not how we want the channel to go, but our mission from day one was to show you how it is, exactly how it comes. So, our blunders are going to get published too. Be just easy enough to say, well, we didn't hunt last night and not publish it, but we're going to publish it as it comes because we want it to be real. We want it to be what you all endure, and we're going to show you our failures just as much as our triumphs. So stay tuned, and I'll show you next what I'm up to this evening on this warm October 2nd day. All right, welcome back. It's October 2nd, but I'm still practicing in the backyard. That is one thing I want to talk about tonight. You got to keep that practice routine up through the season. I'm shooting at 20 yards right now. I'm going to pop another couple arrows. I'll show you where I'm at with it, and we're going to keep shooting here. I'm going to shoot another one. Now, I'm not shooting my broadheads. I'm not so much worried about exactly where these arrows are going because I've got, as you see, I've got my hunting arrows in my quiver and I've got everything tuned up for my broadheads now. We're into October 2nd, but I'll still shoot my field points in the backyard, and as long as they're grouping, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to get nice. As I always say, practice good practice. So make sure you still got everything good with your form. You're getting a nice squeeze with the trigger. You're getting a good follow through, and you can't go wrong. But I try my best through the season, and it gets really hard come November because I race out of work and still get out in the stand and stuff. It becomes really hard in November and stuff to keep up this routine. That is when I will move it into my garage with a bag target. Granted, I'm only getting a 10-yard shot if I'm lucky. But I'm still working them muscles. I'm still doing that routine. I'm still doing that follow through, squeeze of the trigger, the whole works. You're still getting all that even though you're not practicing further down range. It'll keep you tuned throughout the season, and you won't have to worry when that moment of truth comes. I'm going to go ahead now, and I'm in test equipment mode tonight because as I started the video, I can't stand my microphones, and I think we've got it hammered out. I'm going to test my setup with the cell camera on the bow. And how I do that, a lot of how you'll see if you watch videos from last year, I actually mount, this is a $6 magnet mount that you buy at Walmart that's actually for mounting your cell phone in the dash of your car. Well, I actually attached it to the middle of my riser, and my phone actually has 2 discs on the back that it clips right here with the magnet. It's above my sights, so it's basically looking right down the arrow. And then I can hold my bow like this, and all I got to do is hit the button, and I can film the deer. I can put it back, and I can talk to the viewers, and then I can go right back just by a quick like this, and I can move my bow ever so slightly. Nice, steady. $6 at Walmart, and I got this accomplished. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pause for a second. I'll mount the camera, take a couple shots, and show you that, and then we'll wrap this video up. All right, welcome back. I actually have, as you can see, my little peep sight right there. I actually have the phone mounted into the bow. And now you can see we're looking right down the arrow. This is in my backyard. We can zoom right in on the targets. There you can see the 2 shots I took on camera at 20 yards right in the strike zone. And then I can zoom back out. And just that quick, I can be right back to you. That's how I did it last year. That's how it's done. How I can get it done. Pretty effective. This year I've added the GoPro that I feel like will be right over my shoulder, and then I do have a Canon camera that if I can figure out an effective, efficient way to get the camera arm in and out of the tree, and it's not too much of a burden because I do everything solo when I'm bow hunting. We'll go that route too. But for now, a lot of it's going to be on the cell phone, and then the GoPro can hopefully get that shot. I'm going to show you right now how it goes when I take a shot, and we'll see if we can hold it straight without dropping the bow and seeing where the arrow went. But I'm not the best archer in the world. I don't have the best form and everything, but never have claimed to. But I feel like I can effectively get it done. If I can not drop that bow arm, but the shock of the bow moves the camera wheel quite a bit from what I remember from last year. I feel like I dropped the bow. We're going to try another shot here. And maybe, just maybe, I might zoom in a little bit too. Yeah, we'll zoom up just a little bit. And we get that little shock of the camera, but all in all, pretty cool how this works. Like I said, I want to catch the shot with a camera zoomed in, so I'm hoping that the camera arm isn't too bulky, and we'll go from there. I'm going to go ahead and pause this, show you what we got shot-wise, and we'll wrap this up. All right, I decided I'm going to show you my full practice routine. Well, not full, but I want to show you kind of what I do. We'll zoom up a little bit. So I'll grab a shot first at 20. As you can see, that one went a little low. And then this one is more like 22-ish. And I'm still getting that torque, and you guys are missing the impact, and that's why I definitely want to make sure that I've got a camera to get that shot and that placement. We'll try one. This one's out at 30 in that far corner. I don't know if you can see where that one hit, but I've got that one at 30 pretty wore out. Yeah, it's right in the top of the worn out spot there. You can see the fletching, but and then the one at 22-ish is right in there too. I got that pretty wore out as well. And like I said, we take it as it comes. That one at 20, I mean, still a good shot, but it was a little low for what I prefer. But so yeah, this episode, it's titled Public Apology, but we're going to go ahead and call it tune your equipment, make sure everything's ready to go before you hit the field. That includes the camera now too, so pull this off the bow, and that's how easy it removes. But yeah, so go through everything, not only your shooting routine, but right down to everything. Make sure your clothes, your boots, everything's ready to go. We've checked stands a couple weeks ago, and you know, Delana and I have been hunting a few times now already, so gonna be hitting it with the bow here pretty soon. Got one more tournament for NNPBS to get wrapped up this weekend, and then it's full throttle on the hunting. So thanks so much for watching. If you would, hit that like and subscribe. We promise that the audio will be better now. And thanks as always for tuning in. For the Edj Whitetails, I'm Eric Johnston, and remember to get outdoors.